rebuilding, replacing headers, replacing. Oh yeah, look, brand new. Weird. This car just keeps on presenting the most strangest thing. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's gonna give y'all a quick update on good old Project White Lightning. My 88 Mustang 306. Doing a little bit more tinkering with her today. Today we're gonna tackle the O2 sensors. The O2 sensors in this car, one of them is an actual OEM Ford. It's got the Ford stamp on it, so who knows, it could be the original sensor from 1988. All I know is this thing is still running super rich. Haven't got it on the road yet, haven't really been able to drive it. It's only been like a week, not even a week, since I did the last video on it. But I at least wanted to try to tackle these O2 sensors. I got two brand new ones. Went with the NTK. I've had pretty good luck with that brand. Alright, underneath, here's this one factory Ford sensor. As you can see, they've spliced in some wire to extend it back. It's pieced together here where it goes into the connector. Same thing on the other side. This is the other sensor. Looks like a Bosch brand or something. Same thing, pieced together here. Runs back right back to here. Where we at? Right there is where it connects in, and they just kind of got it tied up. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do something similar to that as far as piecing it in, because the factory sensors obviously aren't made for long tubes. They're made to hook in way up here where the H-pot comes down, so they're not real long. So we're gonna have to splice into them kind of how they did. Not exactly what I want to do, but hey, that's what we're working with, so that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and get these taken on out of here, and then we'll clean up this wire and see what we can do with it. She is tight. This little bitty ratchet ain't working. Alright, gonna try to hit this one with some penetrating lube. First. She is on there, boy. Just ain't wanting to cooperate. Unfortunately, that one may not be coming out. Alright, here's where we're at. Been wrestling this thing probably better half of 2 hours now. Got this sensor broke loose, chewed up the threads. I don't know if you can see that. A lot's going dead. Got the new sensor in on this side. Old sensor still on this side. Put heat on this sucker. Tried everything. Could not break that loose. Not a big deal. Not gonna worry about it. Planning on replacing these headers anyway. So, like I said, not a big deal. But I did get the new one in. Ran the wires back. Tied them up how they were. Is it great? No. Is it what I would normally do? No. But for now, it will do. Rear main seal leaking. Add that to the list when we pull this transmission. We're gonna replace that. Alright, next day, still working on white lightning. Gonna hit them headers with a wire brush. Some good old high heat paint. Just something to get us by. I know those headers are rusty. Like I say, hoping to get rid of those things. But it may be maybe another year before we get rid of those things. Who knows? Like I said, this is just a budget build. Good old driveway build. We ain't got no 4-post lifts. Heck, we ain't even got no garage to pull into. Out here in the 45-degree weather. Is that ideal for painting? No. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. This ain't gonna be nothing spectacular. Let's try to knock some of this surface rust off these headers. Spruce them up a little bit. We're gonna pressure wash the front end, or the front of the front end, and get some of that gunk off of there. May double check the timing on this thing. I want to say the coolant scent may be out of whack too. I'm gonna test it. See if I'm getting any kind of readings on it. Now to do this, what you want to use is the absolute latest and greatest paint you can possibly find. Nope, $7, Walmart. You also want to make sure it's like 45 degrees outside when you're doing this. Helps that paint stick real well. Rebuilding, replacing headers, replacing. Oh yeah, look, brand new. You also want to make sure the wind's blowing at least 20 miles an hour. That way it blows right back in your eyes. Yep. Headers has had time to dry, as you can see. It turned out pretty good. Who would have thought? Brand new pair of headers for $7. Next order of business, we're gonna try to do some pressure washing up underneath this nasty front end. Gonna hit it with some super clean. Go ahead and pressure wash some of this cooked on gunk out from under here. Back underneath the car after we got her pressure washed. You actually see some bare metal under here. Alright, I haven't got a chance to fire it up yet since I put that new oxygen sensor in there. So let's go ahead and get it started. See if we can tell any difference. It's probably still gonna run like crap because the weather's so cold today. Real cold nature. Uh-oh. I think that's just coming off that paint. Guys, I don't know. Running absolutely crap. Popping back through the intake, like it's just completely flooding out. I don't know if maybe it could be a bad engine coolant temp sensor maybe. It's almost like it's running better. It's almost like it dropped the cylinder earlier and I just had to clear it out. Just idling on about 500 RPM, just barely loping. And then now it's back running like it's running perfect. Or not perfect, but a whole lot better. Earlier it would barely even stay running. Sitting here popping and carrying on. So I don't know. I took the brake clean, sprayed all around the intake. I thought maybe the intake gasket or something may have been leaking on it, but it's like once it gets up to about 160 degrees, you know, it just starts running fine. This is the intake or coolant temp sensor. You probably can't see it, but it's got a Ford emblem on it, so there's no telling how old that sensor is on this thing. I think I'm gonna try to replace that. I hate to just throw parts at this thing, but it's like I think 20 bucks for a new one, so it'd be worth, you know, spending that on it. And it sucks I could only replace that one O2 sensor. I know that don't really help just replacing the one, but I figured one's better than nothing. That other one would not come out. I mean, period. Now, the temp gauge on it, the temps come up to like normal operating temperature. And you see them RPMs is just steadily holding. Earlier it was just sitting there loping on about 500 RPM. And it's like as soon as the temp comes up, which earlier it was probably on barely 150, 160, but as soon as the temp comes up, like the idle picks up and it runs like it should. Takes the gas fine. I mean, as soon as the motor warms up, it turns into a totally different car. When the temp's buried down on 130, anywhere 130 to below 160, 165, it's like it's just flooding out, barely running. I mean, the RPMs will just change when it's sitting there idling. It'll go from a chop to just like it's just loading up with fuel. Something I just noticed on it, I turned the electric fan on. You see, there's really no coolant moving. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's really no movement. It's like it's not even circulating. I don't think this gauge is right, because when you rev up on it, it actually jumps up. Huh. I don't know if it's got a stuck thermostat or what. May have to check into that. See how the temp rises? Yet another new symptom. Yeah, I'm probably going to invest in a actual mechanical gauge for this thing, because that's the last thing I want to do is overheat it. But yeah, this temp gauge is wacky. Now it's reading like halfway, and I know there ain't no way that's right. The radiator's still ice cold. If anybody's got any advice on that coolant temp sensor, if you would, just drop that down in the comments for me. I would certainly appreciate it. I think what we're going to do next is go ahead and clean these back seats real quick. I got a floor cleaning machine, or an upholstery cleaning machine. We're going to go ahead and knock a little bit of this grime off these back seats. See if we can't shine them up a little bit real quick. So let's get to it. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but I'm pretty pleased with the results on the back seats. I mean, they didn't come completely clean from what they were. Not bad. Just in case if you were wondering just how dirty those were. Yeah. Not good. There you go. Well guys, I'm starting to run out of daylight. It's getting cold out here. So I'm gonna have to wrap this video up right here. I feel we got a good bit done on the car today. Still diagnosing, still making a parts list, ordering more stuff. You Fox Body guys, if y'all know that engine coolant temp sensor, if I should go ahead and replace that, I mean, for $20, I don't think it would hurt to replace that, just to see what it would, see what kind of difference it makes. I know I ain't gonna be able to tell 100% until I actually can drive the car, which my next video, I'm planning on doing that. So stay tuned for that, for sure. Planning on doing a good old nasty burnout. Hadn't done one in this thing in a long time, so I think she's overdue. If you guys haven't checked out the other videos on this, be sure to do that, so you can kind of get caught up. We finally passed 100 subscribers. I think we're almost to 120, which is freaking awesome. I started this channel like in 2012 and posted like 2 videos, and I haven't posted anything since, up until December. I renamed the channel and just kind of started all over again. But I thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing to the channel. That's gonna do it for today. Remember, there ain't nothing to it but to do it, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.